Hey, everybody. Welcome to my little music corner of the world. My name's John Clauser, and today is a very special day. I actually have my first guest that's going to be on my channel here. Hopefully, we'll be doing more of these kind of things. But this is going to be my first guest. And of course, it has to be my wife, Sabrina. So she's a little camera shy, so bear with her on this. But I also have a couple of other little guests here. Yes, we have Kermit and we have Fozzie Bear. So I wanted to just show that. Um, so today we wanted to do something a little kind of fun that is fun for the both of us. Um, we are both Muppet fans. I don't know if you can't really see my shirt. So some of us grew up loving the Muppets, the cool ones still do. So we did a little marathon last week where we started watching the Muppet movies. And we finished it up this week. So what we're going to do today is we're going to bring you our top 5 Muppet songs from the Muppet movies. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, are you including the Muppet Show? Are you including Fraggle Rock, Muppet Babies, or Haunted Mansion, or any? No, we're only going with the 8 theatrical movies. That being the Muppet movie, uh, Muppet Caper, and then Treasure Island. Of course, Treasure Island came in third or fifth, rather. Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppet Christmas Carol, of course, Treasure Island, Muppets from Space. Blair is really bad. Sorry about that. The 2011 reboot, just called The Muppets. And then the most recent theatrical movie, The Muppets Most Wanted. So those are the movies we're going to be picking from. And we are going to go, we're just going to go round robin. We'll probably have a few honorable mentions at the end. But ladies first. So with that said, Sabrina, what is your number 5 of your top 5?
I'm okay with lack of chivalry in these instances, but I guess I'll go anyway. So, my number 5 is Big House from the Muppets Most Wanted.
Okay.
I tend to gravitate towards, I guess, more melodic songs, fun songs. I just like, I don't know. Tina Fey, she is the main person to sing this song, which is so odd in an accent which I don't even know is accurate. But I don't know. It's a fun song. I like it. It's catchy. Every time I hear it, I want to do the little thing where she's like doing the kazoo. I always want to do that forever afterwards. So anyway, that's my number 5 pick.
Okay, good choice. That was last one we had just watched, so that is a good choice. My number 5 is I'm going to go back a little bit. So this one will come from the Muppet Caper, and I'm going with the Happiness Hotel. Who wouldn't want to stay at a place like that? Come on, I mean, when you listen to, it doesn't have room service, doesn't have a kitchen, doesn't have doesn't have all these amenities. Place looks like a dump. The poor bed looks like it goes, when you lay down on it. But that song is just so much fun and so just crazy to listen to. It's just, it's just a feel good song. And it is kind of funny though when we're watching the movie. They say there's no food because there's no kitchen or anything, but yet the Swedish chef shows up and he's in a kitchen. Little continuity issue there, Muppets. Come on now. Anyway, but I always thought Happiness Hotel was just a fun little track and fun song. And yeah, who wouldn't want to stay at a place like that? So yeah, I'm going that one. My number 5. All right, what's your number 4?
Number 4 for me is going to be from Muppets Take Manhattan. And I can remember when I was younger. So for those of you that are around our age, you can probably appreciate before you could get anything digitally. Just look it up on your phone and you could listen to a song at any point in time. I imagine I'm not the only one that ever did this, but I took my little boom box and recorded this off of the TV while it was playing on the movie because I really just thought it was a fun song when I was a kid. So it's the song that Miss Piggy sings, "I'm Always Gonna Love You," that references the Muppet Babies. I just thought it's a funny song. I would sing that song all the time. I like singing the little silly voice, and I always enjoyed it. But it's definitely a good memory trigger when we watch it. Just how much I enjoyed that song. So that's my number 4.
Oh, I don't know if I ever heard that story actually. Married 22,
Hidden
almost 20,
treasures.
almost 22 years, and I don't think I've ever heard that story.
There has to be some surprises.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. So my number 4 is I'm going to be taking this one from the reboot, the Muppets reboot. It's the somber song "Pictures in My Head." I just remembered hearing that song when we saw it in the theater, and the song just really struck a chord in me. My dad had just passed away a few months earlier, and so you look at pictures, and that's what you lose when you lose people. That's you have the pictures to remind you of. But with this one, it speaks more of Kermit's oh gosh, regret, I think would be a best way of describing it, of how everybody moved on, and how things all fell apart, and the regret of not keeping in touch with a lot of his old pals, and just how everybody just moved on, and he just kind of had this lonely little life almost, and it was how this reluctance of wanting to reconnect with everybody and stuff like that. But yeah, that song just really, really hit home with me. And so yeah, that one's my number 4. So Pictures in My Head. Good song. Good song.
So I guess we're at number 3.
Number 3.
And I'm always going to be a sucker, I guess, for a ballad of sorts, especially if it's male female harmony ballad. And it's funny to think, when you think about the Muppets singing, and they're always doing a voice. So I'm always impressed when I listen to it about how well they sing just on their own, and then when they group sing and how they can sing in harmonies. And it's pretty impressive how very talented these Muppeteers, is that the right word? Muppeteers are.
Yeah.
Oh, so my number 3 is from Treasure Island, and that's "Love Let Us Here." That's Kermit and Miss Piggy in their almost dying moments, singing about their love for one another.
Yeah.
Which happens just about every single Muppet movie. We hit on that somewhere. Mostly it's about Miss Piggy and how much she loves Kermit, and Kermit trying to avoid. But this one was a good one.
Yeah.
I always like it. This is the one time when I really want to listen to the credits, so I can hear it again. Albeit it's not sung by them again, but it is a fun song, and I just enjoy it. A nice love song.
It is a really touching song. When we watched the movie again, and I thought the same thing, and it is a very touching song. And watching them age, which is kind of strange thinking how a Muppet could age, but they it was a very pretty song. It really worked well with the movie and stuff. So yeah, great choice, great song. I we'll probably talk about some of those ballads a little bit more. But my number 3, my number 3 is going to come from the Muppet Christmas Carol. One thing about me is I am a sucker for the Christmas Carol story. I have probably it's a tradition for me to read the story, the original story, once a year at Christmas time, and I probably have done this now for probably about 12, 13 years or so. And one of the things about Christmas Carol, the Muppet Christmas Carol, that I really enjoyed is the song "Marley and Marley." I know that's a really strange one, but hear me out with this one. The one thing that the Muppets do in that movie is they use songs to tell the original story a lot. And I really liked how they did Marley's ghost coming to Scrooge, and how they told the whole Marley story with what was coming to Scrooge and everything. And I just they just hit that so well, and the song is so catchy. We're Marley and Marley. That's just the whole song just hits on all bases for me. Um, and I just like, again, I'm a sucker for the story, and to me, the Muppet Christmas Carol is actually one of the more faithful to the original story, if you can believe that. So the way they pulled that off in song, I thought it was a very impressive song, and Statler and Waldorf do a great job with that. So Marley and Marley is my number three. So there you go. That's my pick. All right.
Of course, you had to have them in your pick because you are such a big fan.
Yep. Yep.
So my number two stays in a Christmas the Muppets Christmas Carol. And this song, every time I watch it, it's like, half the time, after you watch a movie so many times, you're enjoying it, but you may not be fully into the movie. You're partially watching it, but every time this song comes on, I can sense myself just get a little bit of the emotion and feel a little emotional about what's going on. And I just think it's so applicable to life. And, I just think, this is the way we should be living our life out. And so my pick is Bless Us All. And that's sung by, Robin, who's playing the part of Tiny Tim. And then all the Cratchit family joins in. But it's just I don't know, it's just kind of one of those pulls on your heartstrings kind of thought. And even still, it's I guess you could say it's one of those ones where you could apply a bunch of different things because it's just vague enough. So for us that are believers, that we that also can apply. Just thinking about who we're singing it to, and just how important that is, and just thinking of all the things that we have and that are simple in life, and that's enough. So anyway, that's my more serious choice.
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic choice. I mean, there's the Muppet Christmas Carol just has so many great songs. I mean, we'll touch more on the I'm sure in the honorable mentions, but it has so many great songs. And yeah, it was really hard for me to narrow it down, but Bless Us All is really a wonderful. I'm actually getting teary eyed just listening to her describe that, because it really is a beautiful song. Um, yeah, fantastic choice. Uh, okay, my next one will come from the first Muppet movie, the original. This one, I find myself using a lot of the lyrics in a lot of my day-to-day vernacular. Believe it or not. Moving right along. Chicka-chung, picka-chung. You have no idea how many times I will find myself saying, moving right along, footloose and fancy free. There's just so many lines in the song I literally find myself using throughout the course of the day. So I couldn't not use something from that. But the song just chugs along. It's just this nice little, just this nice little rock beat. but you know, again, the whole idea of, you know, where they you know, Kermit's got a dream and Fozzie's decided to come along for the dream, you know, and so you know, so um, you know, so here they are. They're just driving right along and moving right along, you know. But um, it just and again, just all the crazy, you know, sight gags you see, and like the fork in the road during, you know, during the movie, you see the fork in the road and all these other goofy things. It's just a, to me, it's just a, it was a great song, but the lyrics are just so catchy. I always find myself using them throughout the course of the day. So yeah, moving right along.
It is a catchy song. Every time we watch it, it's in my head for a long time after. Not a bad thing. Just
No,
sits there.
no.
But I guess that's kind of the whole point in movies like in the Muppets, is that they want something that's catchy, it sticks with you, it's fun.
Mhm.
So I guess we're to the final choice, huh?
The number one.
So my number one, I considered for a while to be unpredictable, but it's really hard for me to be unpredictable when I know what my first choice is, whether or not that's like, oh, that's everybody's first choice. That's fine. I will go with the flow with everybody else and be okay with it. Except for John will probably pick something completely random and off the wall because he's John, but we'll see, right? So my number one is obviously Rainbow Connection. First in the original movie, but it is featured at least in one more, if not two more movies. I can't remember. You
Off the top of my head, I know it's referenced in a couple of other
well, it's in
movies.
the Muppets. So
Yeah,
when they did, they did another one there. But anyway, but I that's the one I know all the verses. I can I can sing along. Well, I couldn't sing it for you just out, but I can sing along with it really, really well. But it's the one I know actually all the words. Some of the ones you know a good portion, but if somebody wanted me to sing all of the words to all of the songs, I wouldn't be able to. But anyway, that's irrelevant. It's just a good song.
yeah.
It's like iconic, I guess. It's definitely the song, when you talk about Muppets. So that is my pick.
You know, to me, there was no other choice. It is, for me, it's also the Rainbow Connection. You know, it is the quintessential Muppet song, bar none. Um, I mean, again, everybody, when you listen to the lyrics of the song and you talk, it just, you hear the, you know, the dreams. Everybody dreams about what's on the other side, or they want to dream of what's next in life. You know, what, there's just so many things to look that people want to do in their life, but maybe they're just not in a position to be able to do it. Or in this case, you know, it's just, it's just the quintessential Muppet song. I mean, there's no, there couldn't have been a better choice for me. Um, yeah, I could have picked a lot of other songs, but for, I mean, far and away, the Rainbow Connection is definitely it. You know, when it's just Kermit, I think is the best version. I like it when they mix like in the Muppets, that, you know, Piggy's in it. You know, they bring everybody into it. And I think even at the end of the Muppet movie, they have a kind of a montage of everybody singing it. And I know it's referenced in a couple of other movies as well, but I mean, it's just the ultimate quintessential song. So yeah, no surprises here from us. That was the one thing we that was the one song we knew we would. I thought we would agree on. So do you have any honorable mentions? Maybe something that could have made the list, but for some reason just didn't quite make it.
Well, I was thinking about, it's so hard because I think it's like depends on your mood, maybe what you're feeling is the song kind of song you're looking for, or what catches you on a certain day. I actually thought Happiness Hotel, and on the same thought plane, we'll say I was thinking Cabin Fever also, just kind of over the top, ridiculous, funny. You really have to pay attention to just the how how well they do it, and there's so many little things they'll say that's so quick, and they're little, and also the facial expression, and which is so funny. This is something we discussed this last time. It's talking about the facial expressions of a Muppet, and it is amazing how they can pull it off. And I'm like, all they can really do is like make their mouth open a certain way, or maybe change the eye, and that's it. But exactly what kind of yeah, just the funny things that they can do. But anyway, super fun songs that are over the top and ridiculously silly, but it just make you laugh. And then obviously my other one is from Christmas Carol, When Love Is Gone. I really like that one. I'm not sure. I think maybe because I felt like for my top five, it does not involve a Muppet at all singing in it. And I didn't feel like that I wanted that to be in my list. There needed to be some Muppet involvement. I don't know. The Big House, I'm guessing. I'm thinking maybe only because maybe Kermit was in the dance. I justified that one. But anyway, so those are my few honorable mentions.
Yeah. No, that's a good thought on When Love Is Gone, because while it is in a Muppet movie, there is no Muppet singing it, and it is a beautiful song, but I never really thought of it like that. I thought about Man or Muppet from the Muppets, and while that also is a very good song, and was actually nominated for an Oscar. I think I actually heard it actually won, but I can't really remember now how I heard that. But anyway, Man or Muppet from the Muppets was good. I really wanted to put Can You Picture That? I really wanted, because I love Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Absolutely probosculating. I couldn't even get that word out right if I tried. Anyway, but yeah, but it's not, again, it was unlike Can You Picture That? That song doesn't get into my vernacular quite the way Moving Right Along did. Love Let Us Hear was another good one that I considered. A nice ballad from I believe that was from Muppet Treasure Island. Another one I also considered was the Gonzo song. I'm gonna go back there someday. That's a really introspective, deep song. So there you have it. There's our 5 favorite Muppet songs with a few honorable mentions thrown in there. Another one I almost did consider was from the Muppet of this the Muppet reboot, was the song Chris Cooper does. But again, really no Muppet singing that one. So, but it is a goofy, silly song when you hear the entire song. Most of it's cut out of it in the movie. Me Party is another fun one with Amy Adams and Miss Piggy. But yeah, we could go on and on and on forever. We could probably babble on about the Muppet Show and the music they did there, but Lord, that would take forever to go through all that. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let let us know what you think of what you think are some of your favorite Muppet movie songs. Let us know. Rank the movies if you want to. Let us know what you think in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care. We'll see you again soon. Thanks.